A historic night, the Magic Circle welcomes its first female member after 30 years. London, in the enchanting world of magic, secrets are sacred. Yet, sometimes, even the most skilled magicians must admit when they've made a mistake. On April 24th, a remarkable event unfolded in London as members of the prestigious Magic Circle came together to rectify a blunder that had lingered for 3 long decades, the exclusion of a woman they now recognize as a master of deception. Maddie Spencer, a 48-year-old member of the Magic Circle, reflected on the astonishing ruse that had fooled an entire room of magicians. "It was an amazing ruse, fooling a room full of magicians," she said, her eyes sparkling with excitement. The story dates back to March 1991, when the Magic Circle was a male-only bastion. A daring woman named Sophie Lloyd decided to challenge the status quo. Disguised as a man, she adopted the alias Raymond Lloyd, and successfully gained full membership. However, when she and her accomplice revealed their clever trick later that year, just as the circle began to accept women, they were promptly expelled. For years, the name Raymond became a ghostly whisper within the circle, a mere rumor or a fading memory. But in November 2024, the Magic Circle made headlines by launching a public search for Lloyd, eager to apologize and welcome her back into the fold. On that fateful night of April 24th, the circle pulled out all the stops to make amends. They knew that a simple apology wouldn't suffice, they needed a performance that matched the audacity of Lloyd's original deception. About 100 members and guests gathered for a spectacular show, with the news of Lloyd's return sending ripples through the British press that morning. The evening kicked off with a captivating video montage featuring archival photos of Lloyd as Raymond and her friend and mentor, Jenny Winstanley. After a series of magical acts, complete with fake rabbits and endless decks of cards, the real magic began. Marvin Burglas, the president of the circle, took center stage to formally apologize to Lloyd, presenting her with a new certificate of membership that proudly bore her real name, Sophie Lloyd. "Tonight, we do what we should have done long ago," he declared, his voice filled with sincerity. "On behalf of the Magic Circle, past and present, we apologize." Now in her 60s, Lloyd took a moment to honor Winstanley, who had passed away in 2004. "Jenny patiently taught me all the magic I needed to know so I could pass my exam," she said, her voice trembling with emotion as she spoke on stage. The Magic Circle, founded in 1905, had not intentionally admitted any women until late 1991, a fact that had long troubled Winstanley. She had met Lloyd in her 20s while they were both studying mime, and the two quickly became inseparable in their magical pursuits. Winstanley encouraged Lloyd to take on a more ambitious role, suggesting she audition for the circle as a boy. With Winstanley's guidance, Lloyd honed her sleight of hand skills and crafted a convincing male persona. "Jenny was so patient," Lloyd recalled in an interview. "It was a big routine." During her audition, Raymond Lloyd performed a series of impressive tricks, including cutting and restoring a 5-pound banknote and holding fire in her hands, all while ensuring her hands appeared convincingly masculine. When it came time for a drink with an examiner, Winstanley cleverly advised her to say she had laryngitis, a tactic that worked like a charm. "It was the best trick ever," said Andrew Eborn, a longtime member who remembered the days when the club believed women couldn't keep secrets. Just 7 months later, the circle finally decided to admit women, and Lloyd and Winstanley revealed their clever deception. Instead of celebrating their ingenuity, however, a circle leader ruled that Raymond's application was null and void due to the deliberate deception. "Jenny was very, very hurt," Lloyd recalled, still struggling to understand the decision. Fast forward to April 24th, where women in attendance reflected on the significance of the evening. It was a celebration of progress, but also a reminder of the struggles women continue to face in the world of professional magic. Today, women make up only about 5% of the 1,700 members of the circle. "It wasn't just a celebration, it was an acknowledgement," said Goldie Puricelli, a member who discovered her passion for magic in her 50s. Faye Presto, 76, wove the story into her performance, symbolically cutting a string into tiny pieces before magically restoring it into one unbroken line. "Every now and then, this club gets it right," she said, a smile lighting up her face. In November, the circle had reached out to the press in hopes of finding Lloyd, who now resides in Spain. Initially hesitant to revisit old wounds, she changed her mind after a heartfelt lunch with Laura London, the first woman to chair the circle. A meeting that should have lasted for 2 hours went on for 7 hours, Lloyd recalled, her heart warmed by the connection. Ultimately, Lloyd decided to rejoin the circle, saying, "It was for Jenny. I look upon it as Jenny and I being a member together." After the show, Winstanley was posthumously honored with an award, accepted by her granddaughter, Charlotte Allen. "It's really inspiring to see my grandmother recognized, and Sophie, when they were so mistreated," Allen said, her voice filled with pride. "It means a lot."